The first wave of ships arrived in silence. No sound. No heat. No threat. They hovered like ghosts over every major city: New York, Tokyo, London, Lagos, Lahore, and Rio. Their name would come later, but that day, they were just fear in the sky. The media called them the Witnesses. And then, a single voice boomed across all frequencies: male, female, mechanical and organic all at once. You are to kneel. Your cycle has ended. We inherit. Humanity stood still. But it didn't kneel. The Ketheri were an ancient, multi-galactic species. For 50,000 Earth years, they had seeded planets with intelligent life, watching, measuring, judging. They saw humanity as a virus, tribal, emotional, defiant. You pollute. You war. You fracture. So they initiated the Harvest Protocol, a pacification wave meant to make humans docile, obedient, forgetful. And for a while, it worked. Millions fell into silence. They stood in the streets, eyes wide, unmoving. Whole cities became quiet statues. But not everyone was affected. Some resisted. And no one could explain why. The resistance started with a small cluster of people in Iceland, where solar interference scrambled the pacification signal. A biologist, Dr. Talja Voss, discovered their brains were generating chaotic neural spikes, bursts of rage, grief, and love all tangled together. The Ketheri didn't plan for emotional instability, she whispered. They didn't plan for art, music, pain. Rage fueled resistance. Families screamed to wake loved ones. Musicians played loud, discordant symphonies over rooftops. Children sang lullabies. Emotion became a weapon. On October 9, 2094, dubbed Rage Day, every resistance cell across Earth synchronized. Drummers in Africa shook the night sky with war rhythms. Indigenous shamans in South America led fire chants. Hackers in Seoul turned Ketheri drones into fireworks. Teenagers in Detroit used scrap to blast rock through the sewers beneath their city. At exactly 9 p.m. Universal Time Coordinated, New York launched a stolen Ketheri core reactor into orbit, wrapped in a steel casing of compressed human noise, millions of recorded screams, laughs, tears, and roars. When it exploded in low orbit, the shockwave wasn't physical. It was emotional. The Ketheri hive mind broke. Their queen, who had never once felt a thing, screamed through the void. What are you? Earth didn't respond with peace talks. We uploaded our history, in raw emotion. The last breath of a father dying to save his son. A baby's first cry after birth. A mother's scream when her child was taken. A soldier's laughter before charging into death. We turned it into a pulse. A virus. A soul wave. And we fired it back. The Ketheri queen couldn't process it. She collapsed. The war wasn't bloodless. Over 1.2 billion humans perished, some from Ketheri drones, some from the virus we turned inward, and some from sheer overload. But the skies cleared. The ships left. They didn't retreat. They fled. The survivors carved the words "Never kneel" into the crust of a dead moon using orbital lasers. Children now learn art before math. Rage is studied as a language. Music is a form of memory. And every year, on October 9th, sirens blare across the planet. Not in warning, but in celebration. Final HFY closing line. They had the stars. We had fire in our chests. And that was enough.